Well, Ricky, although the fate of qualification is still unknown, you must take a huge amount from that tonight.
Yeah, I'm unbelievably proud of the group of players today. We asked about, in the weekend today, about going out and being brave. In those conditions, it took a lot of real emotional effort and buy-in from that group to rip a game away from Bristol. It was going to be a set-piece orientated game when that weather came in, and I thought our forwards, especially for that penalty try under the post, was a key moment in the game. A
big sprinkling of youth and experience in there, but again, it just shows the strength of the squad and how you've come through.
Yeah, it does. For those young halfbacks, for Sam Maunder and Harvey Skinner to start and have to manage a game in those conditions, they'll learn a hell of a lot from it. And then obviously Joe Snow coming on to having to then close out the game. For me, from a halfback's perspective, you can't get any better games. I think Greg Holmes led from the front, was outstanding. Rich Capstick, he's only 18 years of age, was in and around the mix with Latour and all those. The big Bristol forwards, and I thought he was outstanding as well. So overall, really pleased with the win, really pleased with the learns that we'll get from the game, and then obviously we've got to wait till next Sunday now to see where we are, and whatever happens, I'm really proud of what the guys have done over this Prem block.
You can only do as much as you've done today. You had to win the game to give yourself any chance. You've done that, and you've challenged the boys this season to go back to back, haven't you? You've said to them, be the first side to do this. You've seen that hunger. Yeah,
definitely. I think in the first block when we came together, that was one of our real drivers. And after a draw up at Newcastle, we had to show some real character then to get the next 2 wins and to put us in this position now. And it'd be really interesting to see from if we don't get out of the group, we haven't actually lost a game, so that's really pleasing. So whatever happens next Saturday, I think all the coaching staff and the players will be proud of the efforts that we've put in over this block.
You always want to talk about sort of impacts from bench, but I thought in particular Billy Keast today came on. He strengthened up against the former All Black. That says something.
Yeah, it does. I think he made a real good impact when he came on. That scrum was really solid throughout. Murray Lowe and Greg and Jack and I set the foundations in that first half. And what we did do is we didn't give him any sort of leeway back into the game around the scrum time. We got some really key penalties earlier on in the game that necessarily didn't lead to points, but what it did do is lead to that painting that picture with the referee for later on. And Billy came on not only around that scrum time, but also around the way he carried and that side of it. I think our bench as a whole really actually added something to the game when they came on. So from that perspective, it was really pleasing.
And you've got game minutes into a lot of guys there today. People like Ewers, Woodburn, Cuthbert, all coming back from injuries. They needed that time. Yeah,
they did. And I think that's what's really good about this competition, and the way that we've actually been able to spread the game minutes over the squad, in all competitions, but then to obviously put a few of those younger players in to give them the experience and minutes as well. Sort of shows Ollie Woodburn came back from a long-term injury and played really well in terms around what he needed to do as from that wing perspective. Alex Cuthbert offered himself in a lot of different positions. We ask a lot of our wingers about getting themselves in the game. And through the both of them, they offered themselves in that first half to carry and that side of it. And Tom Hendrickson for me probably added a real leadership and steel around our defence. Things weren't perfect from an attacking perspective or defence perspective throughout the game in all facets, but what we did do is we kept ourselves together. We came through some real clinical moments where we could have buckled, but we showed some real mental strength there.
And obviously with guys away on Six Nations period, this is a crucial time for some of these guys. They could step up now and throw themselves into the Premiership mix.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at the strength of our front row and the players that will be missing over this block in the front row, someone like a Greg Holmes, Murray Lowe, Jack Inard, Billy Keast, Marcus Street, those guys, they got a real great opportunity. And I think what they've done today is they've shown, like all the other players and all the other guys that play in this competition, that these guys are ready to step up. There are a few areas where obviously they're going to have to tidy up around how they play, but it shows we're in a good position now going into this the break. We've got a nice week off this week to refresh and come back into hopefully a semi-final and then back into the Premiership.
Is it a bit of a statement of intent of the strength of the squad now that when you looked at Bristol, they named their squad really early, you looked at it, it's pretty much full strength in a lot of departments there, that you've come here and you've won again, you've won a really tight game?
Yeah, well, I talked about to the players in the week around, we played Newcastle in the semi-final and they came down full strength. We played Bath in the final, and they were near enough full strength. And those teams had a lot of Premiership experience. What I did say to them, I think what's probably the overriding fact of us as a club is we got a group of players who really care about each other. So it's not the guys that are necessarily always starting in that Premiership block, it's a whole squad. I think when we come together, it really shows that yes, more experience in the teams that we've played, but we've got a group of players that really fight and play for each other, and that's what was the most pleasing thing today, that they showed a lot of mental strength but also togetherness to come through what was a real challenge today.
You can't buy that though, can you?
No, you can't. It takes time, and that's the biggest challenge in most rugby clubs and in sport, is that the main thing that will drive you forward is your culture. I think you can see that Bristol are really growing something here as well. And it will take them time, like us. It took us a couple of years to sort of settle and then moving in the right direction as well. And so in any rugby club now, that's what's going to really drive you on, is that culture and the players that buy into it as well.